Oh, that craziest shit too about, oh my god, I'm about to get started. I'm about to get started on Phantasy Star Online too. You know what? I'm not supposed to just get it out of my system while I'm just playing the game. It is on my head. When we was watching that whole thing, right? It was funny how it all went down because I saw the Sega logo popped up. Like, oh, what's going on? And instant, it was like you know how you play Kingdom Hearts, if you play Kingdom Hearts 3, right? And Sora had those moments where Ven just speaks through him, and he'd be like, "I go." I had that moment, like something inside me just came like, Phantasy Star. It gotta be Phantasy Star. I mean, what other Sonic games are gonna announce? We just released Sonic Racing and all that shit. What kind of game you gotta? If it's not Sonic, it's obviously gonna be something else. And as soon as it said the greatest RPG in Japan of all time, I'm like, no fucking way! So Kip and Dad just looked at me like, what the fuck? What's he spazzing out about? What the fuck is Phantasy Star? And I was getting ready right there. Like, I felt like I was gonna look at them like, how dare you? I was like nerding the fuck out of that game, but dude, I have a history about this game where, okay, first time I played this game in particular was like way back. I remember it was like an early Christmas day. I was probably like 14 or 15 at the time, or 16. It was like very young. I remember being very young, and it was like when I moved in with me and my mom moved in with my stepdad. And it was one of those things where I wanted a GameCube just to get Smash Bros. Melee. And I guess since they didn't have it or it was sold out on Christmas Day, I knew he gave me like games. He bought me games to where, like, whatchamacallit? I was like, he already got it. But then I looked at it, I was like, Phantasy Star? The fuck is a Phantasy Star? And then the other one, he gave me F-Zero GX, which then I played the game. Best times I ever had in my life. I had my bulls over there chilling. I had my cousin would always come like every weekend just to like sleep over. Like this was before we was like very, very tight too. We always played around like games before and all stuff. But Phantasy Star was the one. Same thing with all my friends too. Oh, could I just grind in the rooms now? I'm in hard mode though, so I'm gonna go to the forest. So when I heard years later, like when I was so addicted playing this game for like years, like not even the online adapter or anything, just me and my friends just played locally, 4 players on the screen. As soon as we saw, like, a few years later passed, as soon as I even heard, like, because this was when the Xbox 360 came out, and Phantasy Star Universe was just like, I guess it was like a thing, but then it was starting to like die down, and this was before everything just started to like, for Phantasy Star, like, go to just like hide down from the West, because it didn't really get that much sales, which this game better do. This new game better do. I remember I was like, okay, this game Phantasy Star Universe was nice. The demo is free, but I didn't want to pay for the gay subscription service for that Sega been doing. Now at the time, I thought it was stupid, but now if, the game is free, and if I have to pay like some type of subscription service, like $5 per month or something like that, I don't mind it. Growing up, I realized that's every game nowadays. That's well, not every game. Like, you know how it's probably like how. Give me an example. What game does subscription services that you gotta pay a certain amount each month? Was it on World of Warcraft that did that? Or no? Oh no. It was like an old school games that did that. But anyway, when I was done with that, this was when now I went to the computer and all that stuff. I was starting to learn about, you know, game emulators. I was starting to play Phantasy Star 2 online. I think I was like about 17 or 18 at the time, because I was starting to get into computers, like around 16. So I would say 17, 18, 27 now, by the way, like if y'all were wondering. I seen something new called Phantasy Star, no. I saw the long-awaited sequel, Phantasy Star Online 2, and I got fucking hyped as hell, and oh my god, this lag is intense. And when I saw the gameplay of it and everything, and now I see you can do all this crazy shit and combos, I'm like, I need to have this game. Even the opening itself made me rock hard. But alas, Sega didn't want to release it, and then I learned years later it's because of the poor sales, and nobody didn't care about it, and they were scared of the market of being like World of Warcraft and all that stuff, so they just basically gotta just bleed out money from there, which I think is a stupid ass reason. And I'm just like, the long unbearable wait. I swear, many people compare Kingdom Hearts 3 as the longest wait of all time. I'm sorry, it was this game right here. It was Phantasy Star Online 2. It was this. Top 3 for me will always be goddamn the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Phantasy Star Online 2, and then Kingdom Hearts 3. So, all the years I could tell myself when everything Sega related, like, you know how everybody gets hyped? Like, they see something on Nintendo and they expect Smash? I was like that. Anything that says Sega on it, I was hoping for Phantasy Star. And then eventually, like I would say 2 or 3 years ago, I just let go of the dream. It's like, damn man, I wonder now with the new laptop, I could just find a way to play that game and get like the translations and all that. I was just like starting to learn, but then they closed down the servers for I guess it was like Western servers and all that stuff. Like, they didn't have Western servers. They had like these special type of servers that even if you're from the West, you could like join in. But they closed that down all entirely. And then I seen that game starting to get released for the Switch. Probably Japan, the Japan version still. Not locally. It's just okay. Locally, because we got the Switch still region, right? Like not region locked, so you can just get it anyway, but you just gotta learn Japanese. This was like a good sign of hope, but then I felt like, like, even with that, I was just like, it's Sega. Even like they released it for Japan, like of course they're gonna release it to Japan. It's popular in Japan, so I guess when I'll get a Switch, I'll get that game. I'm gonna have to learn like what I gotta have to get like a guide to see what the games are up to or what everything's how to do everything, how to get this and that, and it'll come right to me. So the excitement, the adrenaline, the freaking goddamn erection that I had when we just saw the Sega logo, and I was like, hip, dead. It's Phantasy Star. It's Phantasy Star. If it's not Phantasy Star, I'm gonna punch. I said it, and I quote: if it's not Phantasy Star 2 with a game that looks with a style of Xenoblade, which was a reason why I looked at Xenoblade, because it reminded me of Phantasy Star, which is not the same. I was gonna punch Sega straight in the nuts. If it wasn't that, it didn't give me what I want, I was gonna go over to that company and punch them. I was gonna go Chris Chan on their asses. I wanted that game like so bad. And then the logo. No amount of nut can be compared to any game. Like you can even compare that shit to Etika. He had many nuts over the Smash Directs. But I just filled in an entire room full of nut when it came to that logo. And then it just said it. It's coming for free, 2020, Western. Oh, yes! Oh, I can't believe it! Just saying those words after all these years waiting. It just... it gets me to this day. It'll be something when I have kids. I'm gonna be telling them, and here's how they release it, the greatest game in my generation. You're gonna put like other games and all that shit, but no. I'm gonna be, no. It's gonna come to a point where next time I see my boy Corey on Xbox, because we haven't played games in like I would say like a few weeks or like a week or two, because my Xbox Live Gold ran out. Watch when it's fucking whatchamacallit. Now that I got the Ultimate Game Pass for like $1, that came with Xbox Live Gold for $1, I'm gonna be like, yo, Corey, we ready to have our time on GTA now. We ready to play all this Pokemon, all the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 we can. Cause what? Ooh, Escape Doll. Cause once that Phantasy Star Online 2 comes out and it's fucking free, I'm gonna convince you to get it. Like you told me to get Warframe, which sadly I had to delete because it was too big. Oh my god, this game been out for 8 years. How fucking big is that game gonna be? It's gonna be like a whole fucking terabyte. I have a feeling it's gonna be like a goddamn terabyte. It's probably fucking huge. Long story short, once that game comes out, I'm mostly gonna be. Yeah, he ain't gonna be seeing me for a while. Not only am I gonna be playing the game, I'm gonna be streaming the game like non-stop. Cause I'm gonna be so damn addicted to this game. I'm already addicted to this game right now. For a classic? So I could just imagine. Oh, and the game is updated beautifully too. The graphics been slowly like updated and everything. Like I cannot wait. I need this game on my lap so I can nut all over it. I need this game right now.